All righty, we're recording. Hey, Dan is hopping on. We'll wait for Dan. So Rose, Dan is Kelly's husband. He's active duty and he's actually somewhere in an unknown spot in the world and he just popped on.
Oh man.
Yeah,
okay.
So I'm just going to speak to him real quickly, although I know he might not be able to speak back. So good morning, Dan. We miss you and we hope that you are safe. I know that you might be somewhere right now where you can't speak because of others around you. So if there's anything you want to say Dan, feel free to use the chat box. I'm going to go ahead and say good morning to Dan here.
And Rose, a little side note, Dan, Eureka, and Robert have known each other since middle school and high school.
Oh man.
So they've known each other
cool.
majority of their lives, and then I joined in later. So that's why she's like so excited my husband's on.
That's cool. That's really cool.
It's I think this business is so special because the way it brings people together later in your life, you know, like she just said, we know Dan from way back when we were young. And Dan, good morning. He said, good morning, everyone. And he happened to see what we were doing on Facebook with Yoli and reached out. And because of him reaching out, I met Kelly, you know, and I'm like, wow, and I like this girl. I like you too, Dan, but, you know, I like your wife. And then, you know, with Christine and I go back because her husband and I worked together for Arthur Murray. And it's so interesting because, you know, I spent 4 years of my time you know, in that dance studio and only getting to see her rarely, and it took Yoli for us to connect. So this is just a beautiful, beautiful business, you know? And same thing with Tudor. I was his dance teacher and now I'm his business partner. So it's just so cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So, okay, we're recording. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again and we're going to go ahead and get it started. Oh, where'd my keynote go? Bada boom. All righty, you guys, good morning and welcome to The Fortune is in the Follow-Up and Recruiting. You guys are going to hear that a lot in this business, the fortune's in the follow-up, because really, truly it is. The purpose of today's call, our training, is we're going to share how others have followed up and recruited, learn how to coach through the system, because that's a really big part of following up is actually how we're coaching people. And then how to create a solid follow-up flow, all righty? But first, you guys, we're gonna celebrate. I wanna hear your wins. I know some people on this call have some wins today. So what are your wins, you guys, this month?
I'll go first. So far this month, I was able to send out some of the tasting packs to some doctors and nurses to help boost their immune systems. So all of them should have received it. Actually, one will receive it this coming week. But what I also did, because the truth was not included in the tasting kit, I actually went ahead and sent that out to them because I felt that was really important for them to have.
Awesome. Congratulations. Awesome.
Thanks.
Now you'll just have follow-up.
Yes.
What else? Who else? Who else has some wins?
I have some go-tos.
Let's hear it, Rose.
Well, I got my packet, so I already got 3 ready that are going out.
Hey!
So that's why I was like, okay, let me get on this meeting so I'll know, you know, am I doing this right? What am I doing?
Congratulations, Rose. You are my win, so that you guys know my win is Rose, you know. Rose has joined our company and has trusted the journey and the process, and she's on this call, so that is my win. Tudor, dude, you have some major wins. Right now, you guys know that Annabelle and Alan have the incentive on top of the customer first promotion. They're giving a bonus to whoever on our team brings in the most PCs and whoever on our team brings in the most members. And right now, Tudor's leading. So Tudor, you should be speaking up right now.
Yes, I didn't want to steal the show here, but just a little note. I qualify for the Refer 3 program this month. And, you know, that was a big thing for me. You know, I got 3 PCs that sign up with the transformation kit. And I think I had 1 or 2 more for other products. So yeah, you know, I'm awesome this month.
Congratulations, Tudor. Yes.
Thanks.
So that you guys know, Rose, if you're listening, the Refer 3, what Tudor has done is within this month, he got 3 new customers all on a transformation kit. So Yoli's going to send him 200 PV of product, whatever he wants. They can send him a new kit or whatever products he wants, up to 200 PV, which is really
I actually chose a new transformation kit with the 2 spice chai canisters of Yes, which I love. So that's for me.
Awesome. Well, you earned it. You certainly earned it. So congratulations. Yeah. Okay,
Thanks.
Any other wins, you guys? Speak up or forever hold your peace. But we love to celebrate you guys. All righty, so then we're going to get this show on the road. I can't see everyone because I am sharing my screen. But remember I said the purpose of today's call was number 1 on the agenda is we're going to share how others have been following up on recruiting. So this young woman right here is an amazing mom to 3. She is a military wife, as you guys know. And her husband's deployed. So she really, truly is superwoman and doing it all. On top of being a mom to 3 and a wife, she is also an English school teacher. She's been with Yoli for a little over a year. She just had her year anniversary this past week, and she is a 3-star silver on our team. Miss Kelly Heller, will you share? Is Kelly here?
Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself. You know, my story is more just putting the bug in someone's ear. When we went to Ignite, it was a lot of talk about the financial opportunities. Just mention it to people. Don't be afraid to talk about the financial prospects, because you'll never know what someone will need or when they're going to need this business, and then all of a sudden they want to sign up because you just mentioned it to them. So I had actually was coming off Ignite, and I was in my prayers, and I was like, you know, God, I just send me someone to talk to about becoming a member. And my best friend Carrie popped into my head, and I was like, yeah, Carrie would do really well with this. Okay, all right. A couple of days later, I was actually talking to Carrie on the phone, and we don't talk on the phone very often because our conversations are like 3 hours long when we do. So we were having one of our long conversations, and she was asking about Yoli, and I just, I told her about the kit and was talking to her. I was like, you know, I really think you should join with me. And she was like, okay. And I was like, no, Carrie, you're going to join as a member with me. She's like, no. I was like, no, you are. Like, I know you're going to do this with me. And when you're ready, I'll sign you up and we're going to do this together. And she was like, okay. That was the end of it. I literally just put the bug in her ear and went back to talking about our kids and husbands and, you know, life. 2 days later, I had in between, so this was on a Wednesday, Friday, Eureka messaged me because I had told Eureka, guess what? I talked to somebody about financial. I stepped out of my box. I did it. She was so proud. Yay. And then Friday comes along. It's like 4:30 in the afternoon. She's like, so here's what's going on. If you can sign Carrie up and if you can sign Dan up by Sunday, we'll backdate it and you can be be qualified and start earning actual money. And I was like, okay. So she explained it all to me. I went and I messaged Carrie. She didn't really say much. And then Saturday I was like, okay, step out of your zone, message her again. So I messaged her again and I was like, what do you think? She goes, well, I'd like to talk about it. So I got Eureka on for Sunday. Eureka explained the whole thing to her because I'd only been doing Yoli for a short time. So I didn't know what I was doing. So I brought Eureka on to explain it to her. And Carrie took a leap of faith and said, okay, I'll join in. I'll jump on. And so then when she said yes, it was like a mad dash. I got Carrie signed up. I got my husband signed up so that I had a right leg and a left leg. And I was able to get it all taken care of and signed up 2 members over the weekend and then made 3-star silver. So I think a lot of it is just putting that bug in somebody's ear. Don't be afraid to mention it. You don't have to push it. You know, you don't have to. I didn't push it. I just told Carrie, this is what's going on, gave her the facts, and she lovingly helped a friend out to qualify so that I could start earning the money. And, you know, my friend Lisa, who is also a member, I mentioned to her just as I was doing my my BBP, hey, there's also financial opportunities if you're ever interested. And so she was like, okay. And then one day she's like, I need to order another kit. Can you call me? And she's like, oh, well, what's it take to sign up as a member? And I explained it to her. She goes, okay, I'll do that. And I was like, excuse me, what? Okay, here we go. So I signed her up. So it's just putting it out there. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Don't be afraid to mention it, even if they never do sign up, or people hear that stuff and they keep it in the back of their mind for later.
Yes.
They don't necessarily want it now, but once they fall in love with Yoli and they're ready to start talking about it, that's when, well, maybe I could do it. Maybe I could jump on and get some free product and, you know, enjoy talking with other people and things like that. So it's, yeah, just have to just mention it, just plant that seed.
Beautiful share, Kelly. Thank you. Yes. I hope you guys are really hearing what she's saying, because she's really saying that it's as simple as just at least dropping the seed. Don't be scared to at least just drop that seed. It's up to them what they're going to take from that, right? But we should not at least present that opportunity. Also, something that Kelly didn't say, you know, something else that she was doing that really allowed her to hit that ranking is, it wasn't just the fact that she had, you know, got her left and right leg, but she also had some volume under her, meaning she had customers. And that's why me, as being her sponsor and her business partner in her journey, I was looking and I saw that she had already lined up a great deal of success. And if she happened to have could lock in a business member at that time, it was going to allow her to rank up, and it did. She felt the urgency. She opened her mouth. She put out the seeds, and they were ready to be harvested. And it was just really perfect timing because she was very courageous. So congratulations, Kelly, and thank you for sharing. Yes, yes, yes. All righty, this woman up next. She is a dancing mom of 2 sweet girls. She has over 10 years of sales experience and knowledge. I think it's actually 13, but I was too scared to say the number.
13.
Okay. She's been with Yoli for 1.5 years. She's about to hit her 2-year mark this December, and she hit 5-star silvers. Miss Christine Jack, if you don't mind sharing your journey on how you've been following up and recruiting.
Absolutely. So I was going to go back a little bit further on how I actually got started. It was a few days after Christmas, and I had gotten a call from Eureka, and she wanted to follow up to see how my 4th kit was going. She knew I was starting my 5th kit, and there was a promotion going on at the time. And she said to me, she's like, did you see this promotion? We have a few days left. I believe it was $20 off of the kit. And I said, yes, I'm actually thinking about getting one. It's such a good deal. And she's like, Christine, I know we've talked about this before, and you always said, not right now, but you're about to buy another kit. She's like, why don't you join me as a business member and start earning some equity? Even if you're not ready to sell right now, just, you know, you love the products. So I said, what the heck? Let me try this out. It was, you know, I was buying my kit anyways, and it was a small fee of $10 for the website each month. So I'm glad Eureka never gave up on me. So I decided that I was going to join because I was obsessed with the products. I loved them. I knew I was never going to come off of them. And I wanted to help other people transform their lives like I did. And what I did when I first started is I just started sharing. I started sharing with my family, with friends. But I didn't just share the product. I also shared the business opportunity as well. And what I do is I carry this little pack around with me. You could get these off the Yoli website.
Can you hold that
And I
to
just,
the camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
and I just carry at least 2 of every flavor inside, along with some business cards. So it's easy access. You just pull it out, hand it over, and then you get the person's information, contact information, and follow up with them at a later time. So you also want to listen to people's. You want to listen to people. You want to listen to their verbal cues. Are they working too many hours, overtime to make some extra money? Are they looking for a side gig? That's the perfect opportunity to just say, hey, I might have something that might work for you. So my whole journey, I was sharing, I had some PCs. I dropped the seed for the business opportunity to a few of my PCs who had been on it for months. And they all said, not right now, or it's not the right time, or it's not for me. But Yoli Conference, shortly after I became a member, Eureka told me about Yoli Conference, and she said, you've got to go. You have to. Yoli events are a must. You have to go. So I bought my ticket and I went. And I tell you, that was the turning point in all of this for me. It really opened my eyes to the Yoli culture, and it's just something that I've never seen before. Being a part of a really big retail company, I never got the love and support like I did, and how I got from being at the Yoli conference. And when I came home is when I was determined. I was determined that I was going to leave my job of 13 years. I was going to stay home with my kids. I just needed a change of pace. Another thing that helped out was the Yoli incentive trip that I signed up for while I was there. Signed my whole family up for it, which was exciting. And
hey, how much did you earn of that trip?
75%.
Yes.
So unfortunately, our incentive trip did get canceled because of the coronavirus. But we will all, whoever qualified this trip will get qualified for the next year's trip. So I do have that to look forward to, and possibly get even more paid for.
Hey.
So another thing that really helped me was the BMBB, the Better Mind, Better Body program that they came out with at Ignite. And Kelly and I actually started it very shortly after coming back from conference. And we were actually accountability partners. And if you haven't done it already, I really recommend it for you. You'll have a totally different mindset afterwards. So if you're seeing your customers, your PCs, buying kit after kit, product after product, you know, they're loving it. They're having a great transformation. I would keep asking them, keep asking them, you love the product. Why not? What do you have to lose? And that's kind of what I did. It was a very similar situation with one of my PCs. And she was actually the first person I put on my list when I started. Eureka said, write a list. Who do you want on your team? And she was the first name on my list. I had Jen on there. And I said, she will be my business member. And Eureka said, girl, go for it. She, you put it down there. It's going to happen. And, I worked on her. It was 9 kits in. And I finally said to her, I'm like, well, I did my own incentive for her, just because she is a very close friend of mine. So what I did is I had some Yoli cash in my office, and I decided that I was going to gift her 3 months worth of her sign up or her website fees. Because I knew that she was a very hard worker. She works 2 jobs, was a mom of 2. Her husband owns his own business. So I decided I was going to help her out a little bit. And she said, you know what? She's like, I know I'm not stopping anytime soon. So she decided that she was going to sign up with me. And Eureka said, she's just like you. You know, you weren't ready. It wasn't the right time. It wasn't that she didn't want to do it. It just wasn't the right time at that moment. She wanted to have her physical transformation before she started sharing it with people. And then, like Kelly, she had her husband to help back her up, and I had Paul, my husband, to help back me up. So he signed up as my second business member. And on October 9th, just 2 months after conference, a little bit less than 2 months after conference, I hit 5-star silver, which then made me qualified for the Yoli cruise. 75% of that was paid for. And then now I was getting actual cash instead of just the Yoli cash. I quit my job just before, it was the end of September, I'm so sorry. My daughter just walked in. He's downstairs, baby girl.
I insult him.
Okay, go baby. Sorry guys. So hitting 5-star silver, it has helped me pay for some of my products that I have on auto ship. And it has helped me to be able to pay it forward to several of my friends, doctors and nurses. Honey, be quiet, okay?
Sister.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
To help boost their immune system. So I was able to take no money out of my pocket. I took it all from what I made from Yoli, to be able to pay it forward to other people. And right now, here, go take that. You could go play with it. And right now, sorry guys. And right now we actually have the best tool ever. It was last Wednesday, I actually watched it live. But some of our higher ups in the company have put together the Yoli Virtual. You could go to yolivirtual.com, and it is amazing. They will go through all the products, what they do for you, and they even talk about the business opportunity on there. So if there's anybody that you want right now, because times are really difficult with getting to meet up with people, just tell them to go to that website. The password is transform, all lowercase, and they'll talk about it. I actually sent most of the people that I sent the sample tasting kits to, and I gave them that website to look at, because, like I said, they're doctors and nurses, so they are extremely busy right now. So if they can't catch the live, they could catch the recording, and I believe it's on there for 6 days until the new one comes out live. And it's down at the bottom of the website if you have to catch the recording. But that's an amazing tool that we have right now. Yes. I was really blown away. Eureka and I were watching it together, and we were texting each other. It's just amazing what they did for us. Because
on that one too.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was really, really good. But that's really all I have to share. And that's it.
Thank you, Christine.
You're welcome.
So you guys heard, she said her first business partner that she wrote down on that paper, okay, that then joined as a PC, had done 9 kits, 9, you guys. And that is just amazing that Christine never gave up, right? That just goes to show you her persistence in her follow-up. right? She didn't let the first 2 no's completely or not right nows stop her from at least dropping the seed or continuing to open the door a little wider and a little wider and a little wider for her until it was all the way open for her to just walk through. So you guys, you know, if I could encourage you with anything, it would be to stay persistent. You know, congratulations, Christine. All righty, you guys. So I'm going to talk about how to coach someone through the system. You can see that I scanned this right in, okay, and that I've modified it. But this is my little follow-up sheet. I even have it up here on my board, okay, my Yoli board. But what I do is I make sure I put the names of any new PCs on this list. And then this is how I make sure that I stay on top of helping to follow them up. Day 1, day 3, day 7, day 14, day 21, okay? Remember, this call is recorded, so you can go back and watch it, freeze it, screenshot it. I can also send you guys this stuff. I don't want you freaking out about writing really fast. So day 1, you guys, we want to congratulate them on their new journey. There's going to be a lot of questions, so we want to walk them through the book, give them tips, and show them that you are there and able to help, okay? Day 1 is really the most important day of opening the communications, right? So that they know they have someone there they can count on, because that's what we promised them when they joined. We said, hey, don't worry, you know, I'll be there. I can walk you through the system. Some people need a little more hands-on. Some are very self-sufficient, but it is our job to let them know that we're there, okay? I then don't reach out again until day 3. Why day 3? Because this is their first meal day. So day 1 and day 2 were protein days, and they probably got a handle on that. But day 3 is their first meal day. So once again, there's going to be some questions. We want to check in on them. I prefer to check in early in the morning. That way I can let them know, hey, just a heads up, don't forget, today's the day you can have carbs. Make sure you take a look at your list so that they're choosing smart, you know? And then day 7, I just want to check in because yes, it's 1 week down. We want to celebrate, ask them if they're having any questions, how the first week went. Was it difficult for them? Was it easy? What's hard? And what results are they having at this point? That will vary. Some people, their whole first week is a lot of detoxing, and sometimes it's a headache for them, like an actual headache. Some of them may be having incredible results from the system already and have lost 2 to 4 pounds or whatever it might be. We want to go ahead and make a note of that. And that's why I write that in the little comment section. That way I can remember their journey, because at the end, sometimes people just remember the big finish and not all the little pieces. And then between day 7 and 14, you guys, that's a whole week where I'm not really maybe calling them, but I'll send them motivation, recipes, and fun memes. So I might text them during this time. I'm giving them that second week to really find their own groove. And if they need me, they'll reach out to me. Otherwise, I probably have just sent a text or 2. Day 14, once again, we want to celebrate. They finished week 2. They are halfway there. I want to ask them, are they having any challenges? How are they feeling? What kind of results are they having? Do they need anything from me? All righty. And then once again, we'll check in on day 21 because this is the cheat day. Do you mind taking him? Sorry guys, my dog is like running around. He just got up. Day 21 is cheat day. So we want to remind them to check the book on the calorie intake because, you know, they can have whatever they want, but we want to make sure they stay within the calorie intake and enjoy. Remind them that their auto ship will be processing soon, and if they'd like to add anything to that order. And this is also a great time to drop a seed about earning the product for free. You don't have to ask them unless they're asking you, but it is a great opportunity to drop that seed because usually by day 21, they're feeling really good. They're loving the system. They're having great results. And the idea of getting product for free in the back of their mind is certainly there because they're probably realizing at this point, there's other products they want to try. So once again, asking them if there's anything they want to add to their auto ship is really big at this point, okay? And then day 28 is celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. They did it. We want to ask for before and after photos, their results. If you have permission to share, ask them to give you a quote on what Yoli did for them. That way, if they say yes, you can share. You can even write a blurb about what they said. Find out if they'd like to personally share with anyone and would like to learn about the opportunities. So here's the time that we're going to ask them that. If they say yes, then we'll show them the opportunity, the Yoli opportunity. If they need time to think about it, that's completely fine. We'll just follow up when the time is right. However, if they have someone to share it with you guys, this is a great opportunity to really present it, because I would recommend do their BBP for them. And if their friends that they want to share with all sign up, this is that moment you sit your customer down, you say, hey, look, you have friends that are signing up today. So I want to quickly tell you, you have two options right now, and they're wins. They're both wins. We can sign you up today as a member, and all of them now are your customers, or I will be glad to go ahead and help them get the transformation kits that they need or products that they need. And we'll go ahead and gift you whatever your favorite product is. If they want a box of Passion, if they want 2 bottles of Alkali, whatever it is. So it's really a win-win if they're going to give you referrals. Usually most people will ask at that point, well, what do I need to do to become a member? And I'm like, well, it's really not much different than being a customer, other than the $9.95 website fee, because Yoli's gonna give you a replicated website, and that first month auto ship, right? But the benefits are huge compared to just being a preferred customer. And then they already have people ready to join that day. Remind them that they have complete control of their account and that you're here to help. If they did not meet their goals, help them order another kit and or products to help them with their challenges. So keep that in mind, you guys. Just because it's day 28, it doesn't mean their journey is over or over with you. Maybe you're not touching base as frequently, but it's still our job to reach out to them, check how they're doing, if they're still enjoying Yoli, ask them if they've tried certain products, like maybe the newer products. If they haven't, send them samples. I've sent samples of all of our new products to all of my old PCs, because some of them like order the same product month after month after month without even realizing the way some of our other products taste. And then I send it to them, and now they order 2 products. They didn't even like drop the other one because they love the other one. They just added more products to their auto ship. So it is our job to just keep checking in with people. Kelly's shaking her head yes, because she must have had some too where she's done that.
I did. I had a PC who just wanted Alkali and pH2O to help with her husband's reflux. That was it. And I gave her some of the New Truth, and she's like, okay, I love this. I'm going to order some boxes. And I was like, go ahead and order a box, but they're about to sell out, so you need to get on it now. Well, she didn't. And it came time for her auto ship. She's like, I want a box. I was like, they're sold out. I was like, you can get a canister. She goes, okay, I'll get a canister. And I was like, okay, great. So sending those new products and the samples really does make a big difference.
It does. So, you know, we want to make sure, like Kelly said, don't forget about your PCs just because they've been there for a long time. Reach out to them too. Okay. So day 28 doesn't mean it's over. All righty. So that is my formula, you guys, for how I'm coaching through the system. Now we're going to talk about follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. Customers need to know you care. So like I said, even reaching out to them after the 28 days is a way of showing that you care. Coaching them through the system is a way of showing that you care, okay? How to use the product. They need to know how to use the product. They need to know how is the product different from other products on hand. A lot of times when they first get the kit, they open it up and they're like, hey, Eureka, what is the difference between Resolve and Pure? Why do I need them both? Because they're looking at it and they see that both have some like pre and probiotics in it or whatnot, you know, or shake and Pure. And they're like, hey, why do I need to take both? And so I need to be able to kind of tell them the difference between the 2 products. Now, if you're new, that's okay. It takes time. Connect them to one of us. You know, a 3-way call, a conference call is awesome for that, okay? I'm also going to have James, who's on this call, on our next call. He's going to break down the difference of some of our products versus other products that compete with us. And the reason why I've asked James to do this, oh, Kelly's like clapping hands, is because James has a lot of experience with other companies, like with other products that are out there, because he's tried a lot and he's done a lot of research and it's one of his passions. And he's very familiar with what people like in gyms are using and why they choose those products. And he understands the difference between what they're using and what Yoli brings. And so I definitely want James to share his knowledge and the verbiage on that, because it could be huge for us in understanding that. Also, another thing here is we want to make sure they know the easiest way to buy. So we want to make sure they understand how to use their back office, where to go to make their purchases and their auto ships. What is the next phase in their lifestyle change? So maybe they're not on a kit no more. They're no longer on their transformation kit. But how can we continue to help them in their lifestyle change? And where are they at? Are they achieving their goals? Because their goals will change, you guys. Maybe when they first met you and they did a transformation kit, maybe they achieved their goal, but now they're moving on to something else. We want to know what that something else is so we can continue to help them through our Yoli lifestyle. And then another way of following up, you guys, is invite them to the next event. Maybe they said no last time. Well, maybe no simply was because of the day and time didn't work. So why not reach out and say, hey, can you take a look at this? Are you open to coming with me to this? Or whatever it might be, follow up, follow up, follow up. Now here's some examples of follow up, what it might sound like when you are reaching out to someone. It might sound like this. Hey, I'm reaching out to you because I want to support you on your way to success. How are you? How's your transformation going? Maybe you're calling someone like that because it's been several days or even weeks. Like maybe you talked to them on day 1 when they got the transformation kit and you couldn't reach out to them for whatever reason, or they weren't picking up. And finally, day 17, you get a hold of them. That might be the verbiage you use right there. You know, hey, how's it going? I'm here to support you on your way to success. How's your transformation going? What kind of results are you having? Another way is, hey, what I'm doing now are these cool wish list appointments to show you what will help you now as well as in the future. Is that something you'd be open to? This might be someone who has been a PC for months, and you want to show them some other options. This may even be someone that said no to the transformation kit or to seeing Yoli previously, but circumstances have changed. And then another way is, off the top of your head, what challenges are you having that you could use some quick tips and some troubleshooting? This is usually something I do say in week 3 because I know a lot of times from experience, some of my preferred customers are now feeling like they're plateauing. They're like, hey, I'm in week 3 and I notice I'm not really, the scale's not moving. And I might say, you know what, thanks so much for sharing that. You might want to try this. Have you taped yourself? You might find that you're losing inches and not weight because you're starting to build muscle, but you're trimming up, right? And if I don't ask those kind of questions, I wouldn't have known that they were facing that challenge. And who knows, maybe they would have quit because they thought it was no longer working. Or maybe I might suggest, hey, you know, you might want to try to add lean greens to your diet. This is going to help you with, you know, the bloating, et cetera, to break your plateau. There's a lot of troubleshooting that we could do there. Asking them, hey, tell me what your day of protein really is looking like, or your meal day, so that we can maybe find some holes. So those are just some quick examples of how to follow up or create a conversation with someone. I wouldn't necessarily ask all 3 of those. I would pick one and just allow them to spill the beans on everything that's going on. Now, remember I said earlier, you guys, when I put up that little chart, day 7 to day 14 is a whole week where I'm not really talking to them, maybe on the phone, but I'm sending motivation or memes or some tips. These are just some of the things that I've sent in the past. So this first one right here, the BBS journey, this one is huge. I think every one of you on this call has seen this, including you, Rose. I believe way back when you first did I always send this one, okay? So it says at the beginning, BBS stands for Better Body System. That's our Yoli system, okay? This is the journey. Typically, they're gonna experience increased high quality nutrients from our system, that's in blue. High quality acid buffer, our alkali, and the way we balanced our products, and balancing insulin response, right? We have no sugar in our products. It's all stevia plant-based. The first initial days is detox, and I let everyone know this can vary. For some people, it's just the first week, first couple days. For some, it could be the first 2 weeks or more, depending on how they've been treating their body before I got to them, right? My detox was pretty much the whole system, you know? But during that detox, they can experience muscle aches, headaches, rashes. It starts to, detox through the skin, okay? GI changes. This is a huge one. I always hear people call me Eureka. Hey, is this normal with my bowel movements? Because of the Pure, change in energy and changes in mood. This is important to send them this so they know that this is normal part of the process. If you make the mistake and you don't address that or let them know that this might happen, they are liable to quit because they think something is wrong, okay? Then the second one, week 2, and remember this could vary for people. This could be someone's week 3 or whatnot, but the next step generally is the repair. So this is where weight loss plateaus as the body starts to repair all the damaged cells. So the body's going to work now. And then week 3 and beyond is restoration. This is where the body will begin to restore all the depleted nutrients. You'll notice more of a decrease in size, predominantly because you'll begin to build more muscle during this phase. So it's really important to send them that. I try to send it in week 1 or at the end on that 7th day. If they brought it up to me, I'll send it right away. If they haven't brought it up to me, like I said, in between that day 7 and day 14, I'll send it just in case they are experiencing this. They know they are on track, okay? Another one right here is on the right side of your screen. pH balance is important because it helps you improve digestion, enhance vitamin and nutrient absorption, prevent illness, etc. I will send something like that to them, and then just a quick sentence that says, hey, don't forget to take your alkali tonight. I hope all's going well, right? And then the other 2 down there are just some cute memes. You can find these on the Empowered by You. You can find them in the Yoli member. You can Google these, you guys. They're all over the place. If you need help, you can reach out to me. I'm more than happy to send it to you so that you have it in your phone to send anytime you need. But that first one, guys, that's really, really important. Definitely let them know that that is what they can expect during the system. That is everything, you guys, for today. So I want to thank everyone. I want to let you know the upcoming events are coming up. You have until May 1st for the Customer First Appreciation promotion. Keep in mind, you guys, you do not need to be qualified to make the cash right now. That is the beauty of what Yoli's doing up until May 1st. So you do not have to be commission qualified. Any and everyone right now who is a member who gets 100 PV volume every week are going to get paid out 20%. It can be from one customer or it could be from 3 customers. Maybe 3 people get 25 PV and 2 people get 25 PV and then the other 2 get, whatnot. As long as it equals 100 PV, they're going to pay you 20% of that, and there's no limit. So you get 8,000 PV, they're going to pay you the 20% of 8,000 PV, okay? May 2nd, so the very next day, it's Saturday, is Momentum Online. I believe Christine and Kelly already have their tickets. Whoop, whoop, ladies. Go on and get your tickets, you guys. It's $17. You do not want to miss the giveaways, the new releases, the incredible training, and it's all from the comfort of your own home. I've gone to Momentum now twice in a row. In Pittsburgh is where I went for them, and it is phenomenal. Like Christine said, the Yoli events will completely change your whole mindset on Yoli and the community and what it can bring and how they care and the knowledge. It is incredible. You know, usually this is the first time we're ever doing this online. It's usually in person, but because of the COVID-19 right now, they're having to move it to a virtual platform. And what's awesome, you guys, is from what I'm hearing, they are doing everything as if you were there in the hotel in the conference room. They are not sliding us anything. And usually those tickets would cost about $70 and upward, plus hotel, plus your flights, all of that. They're bringing it to us, you guys, for $17. So please, please, please buy your tickets, okay? On the right side of the screen, you can see I took this right from the Facebook page. We have until tomorrow at 11:59 to purchase a ticket and be entered into this particular contest, okay? So this is just one of the small contests. You can still buy your tickets all the way up until the date, but if you buy between April 20th and April 26th, which is tomorrow, you'll be entered into this contest, okay?
Eureka.
Yes.
Quick question. For the Momentum, is it going to be like more like a Facebook Live event, or is it going to be more of like a Zoom event? I know it's through Eventbrite, but what's the platform going to be like?
I don't know what the platform is yet. I don't know if it will be like the Yoli virtual. And they'll send everyone a password. I don't know if it will be a Zoom. I don't know the virtual platform just yet. So what I do know is they are going to have some training on the new CRM that's coming out. So we should be getting our back office. They, I think it was Jen Furness that posted this morning on the site. We're going to be learning about how to share with empathy from Miss Kimberly Fender. There's going to be some training. Also, I heard there's going to be a ton of new releases. And I saw something about a new transformation release for summer. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's a new kit, but all I know is I definitely don't want to miss it. So we've got some new releases. You guys are not going to, don't miss it, you guys. Especially because if they make our back offices go live in that moment, which I think most of you here have been to a Yoli event, like conference, when they make it go live, it instantaneously goes live on all of our networks, which means potentially we're going to have a hard time even knowing how to log into our back office if we are not at this event. So if anything, buy your tickets to learn how to log into our new back office and learn the tips on all of that. Annabelle did reach out to me last night and let me know that if you are a couple and you're both in Yoli, you should still buy individual tickets so that you can enter this contest and some of the other raffles. You have a better chance. So, you know, don't buy one ticket and have a big watch party and have a bunch of people at your house, you guys. Let's do our part from the field and support our company because they are bringing this to us at such a great value at a very low cost. Okay, so that would be my recommendation, you guys. You can do what you want to do, but if you want better chance to win, and there's two of you, buy 2 tickets, okay? And make sure that your spouse buys it with their account so that their account number's on it, or call Yoli and buy it for your spouse with their member ID number, okay? Our next call, you guys, is going to be Saturday, May 23rd, 9 a.m. And I just want to thank Kelly and Christine for sharing today and being our guest speakers. James, you are going to be up on next call. Congratulations to Tudor for leading the way right now in the incentive. And you all have a great Saturday. Yes, yes, yes. Thanks, guys, for getting on the call.
Bye.
you.
All right, bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.